usually do.
Yeah. Well, we're located right in the heart of Bear River. It's the Fellows Hall.
Noise.
Okay. The building was built in 1928. 1922. And we purchased it about 6 years ago and put in our roasting business in the back.
A year later.
Yeah, and we are strictly committed to roasting organic fair trade beans. As John mentioned before, we don't do any blending. We just believe in the power of the bean. We buy such high quality beans that we don't feel there's any need to be mixing and matching to maximize flavor.
Sometimes it does take a little bit more work to coax out the finer nuances of a single origin, but when you get there, it's just so awesome. It's so nice to have that instead of trying to blend 2 or 3 different, to try and create your body, your acidity, whatever. It's nice to have a bean that you can work with just by itself.
Yeah, so it's starting a conversation about what does it mean to live a good life. And I feel really encouraged that we're surrounded by a lot of people who know that a good life is a lot more than just having money in your bank account. And that conversation is an exciting one to have happen. And yeah, I look forward to furthering the conversation.
For me, I think the Local Prosperity Conference is also opens a conversation towards sustainability, not just quick fixes, not just single quick fixes, but overall working within our regional community to fill the niches that need to be filled and kind of all come up together, not just coming with a single quick fix and say this is going to be the quick short-term fix for this region, where I think our goals have to be set a little bit further into the future, not just the next 5 years or 10 years. We have to be looking like 50 or 100 years into the future or beyond that to figure out how we're going to sustain this part of the province and grow it in a sustainable way.
Yeah, I mean, I like picking up on that concept of filling in the niches. You know, organic is such a buzzword, but I do feel like that's a nice image to work with, where if your soil is healthy, all of your plants are growing well. So if we have a firm foundation of participation in our water, participation in our energy, participation in our food production, in our value-added resources from forestry and fishing, that it's pretty simple. That will create a sustainable economy.
To have conversations with our employees, we appreciate their feedback so much because it's really they're the folks on the ground so often that are really giving the feedback to us to help us grow. So instead of me trying to always or for us to dictate how the direction of this company, sometimes just sitting and having a conversation with our employees really helps us grow as well, because they're the ones that really have a hands-on knowledge, especially at the cafe in Annapolis. They really know what's going on in a way on their end of things. And even with training, we allow them to train each other. And we find that there's an organicness that comes out of there that really works in our situation.
In a sense, I feel like entering into our 6th year and certainly facing a lot more stability than we started out with. I feel like we are a success story in the sense that we're still here. You know, we took a leap of faith. We started a business in Southwest Nova when most people thought that was, or many people would have thought that was crazy. And it was far from crazy. It was an absolutely amazing place to begin a business. We've had unbelievable support from across the board. So yeah, we feel like we have a sustainable business, and so in that regard, we're maybe an example that it is possible, and hopefully we can encourage other entrepreneurs to come and.
For us right now, what we're going to be providing for this local prosperity conference is our fairly traded, organically sourced, locally roasted coffee. and we really hope that people enjoy it. We hope that the conference is a real success and it's a nice foundation to build on. We hope it's not just a one-off. We hope that it's something that maybe we can reflect back on in the future and see where we started and where we ended up.
Keep the conversation going.
Keep the conversation going.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And we really appreciate the opportunity to be able to offer what we do to the conference. It's nice. We hope that it works out.